The question on the table is really Christians and gun ownership and use. And for me, this is not a question of the politics, but the theology, the ethical, the moral. That's the sphere we all deal with.
It's not guns that kill people. They've never, no guns killed anybody. It's like outlawing our automobiles. There's more killed by automobiles than our guns, but we don't outlaw those.
It's in our DNA. It's part of our freedom. It's part of what our founding fathers established.
There's evil in the heart of man. And that's why we need a savior to come and change our hearts so that we can respond to one another in love and we can resolve conflicts and we don't have to turn to violence. If we take guns away, people are just going to kill people with something else.
So what we need is Jesus and the gospel and a sidearm, right? Right? We need Jesus for the conversion side, but failing conversion and obedience to the commandment, you need a weapon.
What bothers me is
if you see the world is very narrow and there's a certain narrow category of good people whose lives should be preserved, and then there's all these other very bad creatures whose lives don't matter or can be easily taken, that contradicts God's view of the world, because his love is equal even for the menace, even for the enemy, even for the bad actor. God's love is immense and permanent.
Good evening. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, Abigail Disney, my partner on this, is sick tonight, but she's as honored as I am for this award. You know, we started out making a film about guns, and we started talking about making the film not that long after Newtown. And it was Abigail who said, you know, I really want to talk to evangelical Christians. I really want to talk to people who are so pro-life, and yet they have this, you know, need to also own guns, and they're the ones who are really pushing all of our gun laws to actually be more liberal, to allow everyone to own guns. And, you know, I kept kind of rolling my eyes saying, Abby, they'll never talk to us. They just have to Google us. And, you know, a couple of New York liberal women pro-choice, you know, it's not going to work out. And, you know, we kind of started working the phones, and, you know, one thing led to another, and we ultimately were invited down to meet Reverend Schenck in his offices in Washington. And, you know, I was a little nervous about meeting him. He helped start Operation Rescue. He's friends with Sarah Palin. Just didn't seem like it was going to be a good thing. But, you know, when we met him, we found an incredibly thoughtful, intelligent, faithful, honest man. And we decided that we could put our differences on a shelf somewhere and all work together, you know, on the things we agree about. And we've all developed a really lovely friendship and relationship. And it's he's to be really, really in some sense, this is for him, because he's doing a very, very brave thing. He continues to speak out. He's speaking out all over the country all the time now and really trying to change hearts and minds. So thank you very much.